Hey everybody! Here we are. We're in it. I hope you all are having a fantastic... No, I'm not even going to say it. I'm not even going to say it. No one's having a fantastic day. It's all gone to shit. Everything is literally going to zero. Am I right? That's certainly what it feels like today. It is a bloodbath. COOK is in the house, my silent partner, the master of the chat. Let's do this. COOK says, hope everyone's surviving the bloodbath. Yes. Yes, the fact is, I think that if you are listening to my voice right now, if you are watching this show, after everything that we've been through over the past few days, holy crap. You know what? You're in it for the long run. You're in it for the long haul. That's all there is to it. Robert C. says, say hey to Aiden for me. I don't know who Aiden is. We don't dox people on this channel, so gonna go ahead and remove that. Let's try to leave names out of it, please. Thank you very much. But Robert C., welcome to the show. Appreciate you being here. Let's see if we can't learn a little something about crypto, shall we? Here was a great little post we got from Kobe earlier today. After the big tsunami, the only structure still standing in the wiped-out village of Malacca was a statue of Mahatma Gandhi. You gotta learn to be able to stand like that even after getting gargled and spanked and spit out by God. Resume programming. I am awaiting my destiny, says Kobe. I think, we need more stuff like that on days like this. So many places you go, so many places you look, it's just sadness. Sadness. I will say this, COOK pointed this out to me today. The one great thing about crypto is even on days like this, when things are at their bloodiest, we can all laugh at the memes, am I right? The memes are always great. Now, alright, let's jump into it, do a little damage assessment. COOK says, hashtag rock bottom club. Let's hope, right buddy? Let's hope. Look at this, guys. 1.7 trillion is where we sit right now in the overall market cap. That is currently down about $700 billion from the all-time high. Boy, but look at this. Look at the 24-hour trading volume. $377 billion. That's almost triple what we see on an average day. Bitcoin dominance climbing back up to 43% as ETH dominance drops to 18%. ETH gas prices are sitting at 103 gwei. This morning at about 7:30 when it was all crashing down. I looked at the gas prices. ETH gas prices to make one transaction on the Ethereum network was 1,000 gwei. And that's even if you get your transaction to go through. Pretty unbelievable. Bitcoin currently sitting at $38,000, down 10% on the day. Ethereum sitting at $2,563, down 25%. Binance Coin sitting at $376, down 26% on the day. Cardano sitting at $1.55, down 23%. Dogecoin down 26%. XRP down 29%. Polkadot down 30%. Internet of Computers, the ICP, down 26%. And rounding out your top 10, Bitcoin Cash down 30%. COOK says, ETH gas fees still outrageous. They sure are. Surprising anyone's even using the network, honestly. So that's where we're at, guys. That is where we're at. On average, you're looking at about a 25% drawdown for everything across the board on average. Pretty incredible. That's one word for it, right? Let's take a quick look at DeFi Station. We'll see just how bad the damage was on the Binance Smart Chain. We are down, guys. We are down about $10 billion just in TVL on the Binance Smart Chain. Let's see how bad it is on the Ethereum network. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. Look at that. Incredible. Down 25%. Unbelievable, guys. The damage has been done. The fear is real. People are definitely scared right now. But I don't usually like to quote Warren Buffett, but one of his most popular sayings that he likes to throw out there is that when people are fearful, be greedy. When people are greedy, be fearful. Here it is, guys. Here's the 5-minute chart on Bitcoin. This was the damage we saw this morning. Unbelievable. I woke up right here. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was intuition or what, but the second I woke up and looked at my phone, here we went. It took about 30 minutes to get from here to here. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. When we actually dig into the sticks here and take a look at the charts for real, we'll take a look at the 4-hour chart on Bitcoin and we'll see just how bad it really got. Let's take a look at the headlines, find out what's driving this, what's causing all this, see if we can find some answers. Coinbase, Binance go down amid crypto crash, highlighting the appeal for decentralized exchanges. You can keep trading on a DEX if you don't mind the fees. If you're on the Ethereum network, for those of us smart enough to be on the Binance Smart Chain, that fees don't really matter to us, do they? Centralized exchanges had trouble keeping up with the high trading volumes, while decentralized exchanges are built differently. That's right. For those of you who don't know, if you were trading on Coinbase, if you were trading on Binance, if you were trading on any centralized exchange, whether it be Voyager or whatever, I'm sure Robinhood or Webull, I'm sure they all had their problems too. If you were trading on any of those, you were most likely locked out of trading today. However, if you are a true DeFi degen like me and COOK, you could have traded no problem. The decentralized exchanges made it through just fine. If there was any silver lining of the day, it was that. We saw for real that these DeFi platforms like PancakeSwap and Uniswap, that they can handle it. When things go tits up, the DEXs can handle it. Several large crypto exchanges had trouble staying open during Wednesday's market crash, which saw Bitcoin fall. Bitcoin and Ethereum lose 30% and 40% of their value, respectively, in 24 hours. Leading U.S. exchange Coinbase reported intermittent downtime throughout the morning, while globally popular exchange Binance paused Ethereum-related token withdrawals. And Gemini reportedly experienced a lag time, and Kraken noted user connectivity issues. I saw a lot of people reporting today that Binance, Binance, they're locking people out. They're just like Robinhood. And those people that were out there screaming that to the rooftop obviously don't understand the first thing about crypto. Binance did not stop exchanges on their did not stop trading on their exchange. They simply halted Ethereum-based exchanges. And I think if you've been watching the show, you know exactly why they halted Ethereum-based trades. It was the gas fees. The gas fees became so outrageous and the congestion became so extreme on the Ethereum network that not even Binance could execute trades on the damn thing. However, if you were trading anything on the Binance Smart Chain, guess what you could do? You could still trade no problem, uninterrupted. So, not that any of the people who are out there spouting this nonsense are watching this show, but if you are, educate yourself before you take to the air and you say dumb shit. Please, do us all a favor. Anyway, that's that headline. A little bit salty today, guys. I apologize for that. Obviously, it is a bad day. I'm trying to stay chipper for you guys. Trying to stay hopeful and keep everything, try to keep you smiling. But the fact is, when you have people out there saying dumb shit, well, I just can't help myself sometimes. Bitcoin's Black Wednesday. How crypto influencers are reacting. Sure. Whatever way you look at it, the crypto market's huge sell-off has got people talking. Yeah, that fucking guy. Bitcoin has crashed hard, says Decrypt. This was what the big wigs, analysts, and investors had to say about it. Let's see. They got tweets here. Of course, Elon tweeted this bullshit today. Tesla has diamond hands. Whatever. You are responsible for this, you guy. Anyway, I don't know why the tweets never load up here, but Pompliano, he tweeted that he bought the dip, of course. Michael Saylor, sure he bought it. This was CZ, our fearless leader. Says if you panic sell, you won't be crypto rich. Thanks, CZ. Love that guy. So yeah, this was just an article that had a bunch of reactions from people around the world. Entities I control now acquired more than 111,000 Bitcoin, says Michael Saylor, and not one has sold a single Satoshi. Fantastic. Cool, clicking on things, going to random places. Probably just got a virus. COOK says they don't have. COOK, you having a stroke? Oh, I just can't read. Okay. They have to have diamond hands. The price is their average. Well said, sir. Well said. You are not wrong about that. We're actually, at one point, I think after the big wick that we got, I think we were at one point down past his damn average. That had to be a little sphincter exercise moment for Mr. Sailor. Next up, the OCC, Federal Reserve, and the FDIC are considering interagency sprint team for crypto regulation. Leave it to our government to come along and kick us in the nuts while we're down, right? Of course they would have a headline like this on a day like today. People. The OCC, the Federal Reserve, and the FDIC are in talks about an interagency sprint team on crypto regulation. They are already making a joint effort to create a unified framework and set of definitions for cryptocurrencies. Great. There's our new comptroller, Hasu. He wants to collaborate with his fellow regulators. Whatever. We'll see what comes of it. Speaking as a guy who's been rugged, we probably could use a little bit of regulation, but it's such a slippery slope, right? Such a slippery slope. And in news that should be no surprise to anybody, and I expect we're going to be getting a lot more headlines like these over the next 48 hours, Wells Fargo announced today that they will be offering crypto products to their wealthiest of clients. Not the poors, only their wealthy clients, right? After JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, and Morgan Stanley and BNY Mellon, Wells Fargo is now ready to dip its toes into crypto, says Crypto Briefing. Wells Fargo Investment Institute has given U.S. Bank the green light to invest in cryptocurrencies. Key strengths of crypto are its low correlation to traditional couldn't even read that with a straight face. To traditional markets and its supply and demand mechanics, the organization found. No shit. Glad you guys could finally join the party. A little upset that you felt the need to crash the market so that you could get it cheaper, but anyway, moving on. Wells Fargo is one of several major banks to adopt the asset class in recent months. Because, they couldn't be buying Bitcoin at 65,000, guys. That would not be a good look for Wells Fargo. No, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, U.S. Bank, they all need to be buying Bitcoin at, what are we sitting at right now? 37,000? Sure, that sounds good for them. I'm sure they're real happy with that price. Yeah. Welcome aboard, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, whatever. And had to throw this story in here because it kind of made me smile. COOK in the chat says, funny how all the news about whales buying some after the crash. Tinfoil time, for sure. I don't know if we have enough tinfoil to get into everything that we know is happening right now, that we absolutely know it to be true. We can't prove it to be true, but we know it to be true. Here's a headline for you, C-Dub. BlockFi scrambles to pick up the pieces after mistakenly sending users millions of dollars in Bitcoin. Whoops! Hey guys, I know you just ended up with $1 million in your account, but do you think we could get that back? You think we just get that back? Crypto lender BlockFi mistakenly sent some users rewards in Bitcoin this month. They were supposed to be in US dollars. Oh god. BlockFi CEO Zach Prince told The Block, quote, our exposure currently is less than 200 Bitcoin and the total incorrect withdrawal amount wasn't much more than that. Oh my goodness. It was all of it, is what he's saying. Wow, way to sugarcoat it there, bud. Way to sugarcoat it there. Yeah, you gave away all your Bitcoin is what that statement says. That's incredible. Idiots. COOK says someone got fired. Yeah, I would certainly hope so. That's a big whoopsie. So yeah, somebody at BlockFi, instead of switching it over to USD, left it on Bitcoin, and then of course sent somebody a whole lot of Bitcoin. Alright, that's it for our headlines. Obviously not a lot of news today other than, this absolute nonsense. As always, guys, if there's any charts you guys want to take a look at, if there's any holdings or any coin that you're holding that you're worried about right now and you'd like to do a little technical analysis on, go ahead, throw it in the chat. We will pull it up here live and we will take a look at it with you, and we'll see if we can't find you some good news, right? Look at that wick. Wow. This is the 4-hour chart on the BTC. We come over here, I did notice something earlier as I was doing my technical analysis. What I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to the daily chart. Excuse me. I'm going to give us a logarithmic chart, because I did find a trend that I thought was incredibly interesting. And if you follow me on Twitter, you would have already seen this, as I discovered it earlier today. But as you can see, CWOK says, let's watch Doggy go to 0. Literally go to 0. Yep, we'll pull it up. We'll take a gander at it, see just how bad it really was. I know it definitely wicked down to 1 cent today, which was, whew! That was something. That was something. Look at this though, guys. Alright, so I've got the daily chart of Bitcoin pulled up. We're looking at the logarithmic chart. And look at this. You see the trend that I found? Isn't that incredible? We actually bounced perfectly off this trend line. How wild is that? Anyway, I just thought that was interesting. We got a great bounce there. I could sit here and say that we've hit the bottom, but I don't know. I mean, Elon could tweet something insane within the next 5 minutes and we could come crashing down. But it does make me slightly bullish to see a bounce like this off a pretty solid trend line, right? So if you're freaking out a little bit, hopefully this chart can give you some solace, right? Hopefully that is the bottom. Hopefully we've caught a good bounce off this trend line here, and we can continue our adventures to the moon. That is the hope. Let's see what happened with Ethereum. How bad that was. Wow. Good Lord. Still on the 4-hour chart. We're taking it off logarithmic just because it's a little more dramatic when we're not looking at the log chart. You can see all of our moving averages are beginning to roll over on themselves now. No surprise there. That's incredible. That is incredible. If we go down from all-time highs to where we fell down to, my goodness, folks, that is a 57% drop from all-time highs. And in less than a week, mind you. This is 7 days from here to here. Historic, and not in the good sense. All right, not in the good sense. But once again, if we were just to get kind of crazy here and we were just kind of plop in a couple trend lines, we do see some interesting things begin to kind of take shape. You could definitely draw that trend in there. That is a confirmed trend, and we wicked below it, yes, but the fact that we've come back up shows that we've respected that trend line. Maybe we've put a bottom in on ETH too. Maybe, just maybe. Binance Coin. Oh God. Oh God, the vertigo. Look at that. Jeezers, we came all the way down to 230 today. Wow. CWK says, get wrecked, ETH. Normally I would agree with you, but when we're talking about a wreckness on this magnitude, it brings us all down with it, unfortunately. Golly, $230. That's just for poopsies. Let's see. Good God. From all-time highs, that's a 66% drop. Wow. Crypto, baby. Crypto. If you don't have the stomach for these types of moves, man, maybe crypto's not your thing. Crypto's definitely my thing, and I barely have the stomach for these kinds of moves. This was a bit much, a bit violent. But yeah, so there we are on BNB. Good old Binance Coin. Everything is fine. Nothing to see here. We'll just have to see how this all shakes out. Cake, one of my favorites. You can see we began providing liquidity up here. What I've been telling CWOK all day long is, imagine the fees we've collected coming down. My God, imagine the fees. We're going to be millionaires if we ever get back to our positions. If we can ever get back. CWOK says he likes holding LP coin over that. He likes holding LP over coin with that chart. Oh, for sure. The nice thing about being a liquidity provider, for those of you who don't know, we make money when the market goes up. We make money when the market goes down. Yeah, there's a couple things we have to worry about being LPs, but for the most part, it's pretty, days like this, we don't really worry, right? We're going to go to sleep tonight just fine, knowing that we made money the whole way down. I cannot stress enough how much of a better life it is to be a liquidity provider than to try and trade these candles and try to trade a clear bear trend. So, best to just make money off all the people who are trying to do this nonsense. Look at that breakdown on Doge, my goodness. You see, we had drawn in our wedge yesterday, and we had talked about how it was respecting the wedge, but not today. Not today. Doge saw a full breakdown. XRP, probably not. Oh, God. Not going to be any better. Complete breakdown of our technicals there as well. Spark point, surely it's gone to zero by now, right? Oh man, it was close. Look at that. I really did almost go to zero. That's insane. Spark point's definitely, literally going to zero. Wow. CWK says APR has been looking great during the crash too. Oh, for sure. For sure. Great for doing some yield farming. Bake tokens holding up surprisingly well. I gotta tell you, out of all my holdings, out of all my favorite tokens, the bakery token, bakery swap token, actually has held up the best. Look at that. It actually respected the floor, respected the moving averages. That's just about the most bullish signal you're ever gonna get on anything, right? The fact that the entire market saw a 50% drawdown and bakes over here just like, yeah, we saw a 2% drawdown. No big deal. No big deal. Definitely going to be looking to add to my bake holdings. Part of me wishes it would have came down a little more so I could have added to it. But alas, here we are. Last but not least of our cryptocurrencies, Cardano. Really came down, but has since wicked back up and is respecting the floor that it had established. That most recent resistance level that was flipped support. It's holding it. It is holding it. That's pretty incredible to see as well. Take a look at the S&P 500. It also had a bad day. All the markets crashed today. And you can see technicals have not gotten any better for the old stock market. It's actually looking pretty darn ugly out there, if I'm being perfectly honest. Here's the NASDAQ, same thing. Technicals are still falling apart on the NASDAQ as well. CWK says, look at the ADA volume. Oh, yeah, hey, wasn't even paying attention to volume. Oops. Back to Cardano here. I mean, yeah, that's pretty significant compared to everything else we saw back here, right? Kind of insignificant, though, when you look back to this accumulation zone. Granted, the price was significantly lower at that point in time, so you could afford to buy more, so you would have more volume with that. But, yeah, that's pretty significant. Pretty significant. Coinbase, I know they had a terrible day. Look, oh my goodness, look at that. Speaking of literally going to zero, C-Dub, aren't you glad you didn't buy shares of Coinbase? My God. My God. The horror. And then, of course, the rest of, well, we got to look at Tesla just because, to hell with Elon Musk. Tesla also bleeding out all day long, as he deserves, because, well, let's face it, he sure holds some responsibility for what's happened to everybody. Not that he cares. Obviously, he's a billionaire. He only cares about himself and making more money, which he's probably accomplished really well, considering that he's able to manipulate the markets with a single damn tweet. Alright guys, that is all I've got for you today. That's all the charts, that's all the headlines. I know it's rough out there. I wish I had some words of inspiration for you. I really don't. All I can really tell you is that, look, we're all in the same boat, right? If you've been watching me and you've been kind of copying my trading style and you've been making some of the same moves that I have, then you're hurting right now. There's no way around it. We are in pain. We are underwater. The streets are running red with blood. However, something to keep in mind, and this was actually said by Michael Saylor in an interview I watched with him just a few hours ago. Nobody has ever lost any money on cryptocurrencies, no matter if it's Bitcoin, altcoins, no matter what the coin. Nobody has ever lost money on any cryptocurrency if they've held it for 4 years. I know that's not what anybody wants to hear right now. 4 years is a long goddamn time, especially if you're underwater and you've watched 50% of your portfolio disappear because one asshole decided to tweet about it. But fact is, we are almost there, right? We're actually not that far off, grand scheme of things. If we actually come down here, a great thing to follow, or a great account to follow on Twitter is the halvening tracker. This is an account that just strictly follows the Bitcoin halvening. And look at this. From today, we are only 372 days away from the next Bitcoin halvening. And we start the next bull run. So, I hope that gives you some hope. I hope you guys are keeping your head up. Try not to look at the charts. Try not to focus on the 1 and the 5 minute movements, right? At this point, the best thing you can do, go outside, go walk the dog, drink a beer, do something fun. Don't think about prices. Crypto will be okay. Bitcoin will be fine. This was just one of those moments where the institutions decided that they needed to pull the boat back. Why? Because they missed the damn boat. And now they're in it, right? So let's all go to the moon together. Alright guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you enjoyed today's show, if you enjoyed today's content, make sure you hit the like, hit the subscribe, ping the notifications so that you know when we're going live. I try to go live every day around 4 o'clock, where we bring you some crypto news, some random thoughts from my brain. And yeah. Make sure you hop on over to Twitter too. Give me a follow there. We're up to 51. We're back to our 1 follower average a day. We're getting there, making progress. Alright guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me, and we'll do it all again tomorrow.